Hi children, today I am going to discuss about the questions which are in your textbook. So along with the answers, I would like to explain each and every step. So come and concentrate towards the words what I am saying. So let us discuss one by one along with the answers. Okay. Yes, in your textbook, the question 1, it is asking you to select the correct answer from the list and then we have to fill the blanks. There, they have given float, water, crop, nutrients and preparation, this type of words. So we have to choose a proper option and we have to fill the blanks what they have provided in order to get a meaningful sentences. Okay, let us see what is the first question they are asking. What you call a same kind of plant grown and cultivated on a large scale at a place is called dash. See, already you know that answer. What do you mean by crop? What is crop? Crop is the same kind of plants grown and cultivated on the large scale at a place is called crops. That's why here the first answer, the for first dash you have to write crop. You have to select the word crop and you have to write it there, then only it becomes meaningful for that one. Next, second one, B. In the second fill in the blanks, the first step before growing the crops is dash of the soil. So already you know the different steps which are involved in the production of a crop. So first step is the preparation. Preparation of soil is the first step. Yes. Third, fill in the blanks. Damaged seeds would dash on the top of the water. So when your mama is going to wash some seeds, no, you are going to notice some seeds are floating on the surface of the water and some settles at the bottom of that vessel which is going to be taken for the washing purpose. No, so it shows that the things are seeds which are floating, they are considered to be as a damaged. So we can say here the answer is floats. So damaged seeds would floats on the top of the water. Okay, fourth one, for growing a crop, sufficient sunlight and dash from the soil are essential. Yes, so we already you have studied what are the things needed for the photosynthesis process purpose, and also to grow a crop we need sunlight and also manure and water, and also along with that we know that the nutrients. So from where plants are getting that nutrients from the soil. How the soil is going to have the nutrients? By adding manure and fertilizers. So we can write, along with sunlight, the plants need water and nutrients from the soil, and which are considered as essential things for the growth of the crop. Okay. Next, second question. In the second question, they are asking you to match the words which are in the column A with the column B words. Okay, let us discuss one by one. They have given crops, Robbie crops, chemical fertilizers, and organic manure in a column A, and B, food for cattle, urea and super phosphate. Third option is animal extract, cow dung, urine, and plant waste. Fourth one, wheat, gram, pea. Fifth one, paddy and maize. So when you are reading this, suddenly you can match these things. The crops are, so here is the answer for that one. So E is the answer. So paddy and maize are the example for that one. Robbie crops. So which we considered as the Robbie crops? The wheat, gram, pea. Chemical fertilizers, already you know that they are chemical substances. Then it matches with the B option, urea and super phosphate. Fourth one, organic manure. So organic manure, it's always, so from we are going to prepare in the field itself by collecting or storing are keeping the animal excreta, cow dung, urine, and plant waste. So, in this way, you will get the answer. So, next, let us move to the third question. What they are asking? They are asking us to write the two examples for these different types of crops. First one is crop crops. For that, already we have recalled and also answered in the match the following question in second question. So paddy and maize are the best examples for the crop crops. The rabi crops we can write wheat and gram. So in this way you have to answer, then only you get the marks. Next question 4. In question 4 they are asking to write about some words in a paragraph. Otherwise, write a paragraph in your own words on each of the following. So about what we have to write. So first one, they are asking us to write a paragraph about preparation of soil, sowing, weeding, and threshing. See, already you know how, what is that, what are these things. They are the steps involved in the agricultural activities. That means during the production of a crop. And also we had discussed a lot of times about these process. So in the crop production and management. See how you have to write whatever the things that we come to know about the preparation of a soil, sowing, weeding, and threshing. So, but that you have to mention, write it in a paragraph. So, here I have written about that preparation of a soil in this way. The preparation of soil preparation is necessary before growing a crop. It involves tilling and loosening the soil. This allows this allows the roots to penetrate deep into soil, deep in the soil, and to breathe easily even when they are deep. So in this way we have to write. Okay, for sowing, what I have written, let us see. So sowing, the process of cutting seeds into soil is called sowing. The tool used traditionally for the sowing seeds is funnel shaped. Nowadays, a seed drill is used for sowing with the help of a tractors. This tool sows the seed uniformly at a proper distance and the depth. So in this way you have to write in your own word. If it is not possible to write in this way, so you can write first the what is sowing and what you are going to do during the sowing process. So that much if you write in your own words also, you can write a paragraph about that sowing. Okay, third one, weeding. Already you know that what is weed, what is weeding, and what is weedicides in the part 4 section. So weeding is a process of removing a undesirable plants from the crop. So that means here I have written some undesirable plants grow along with the crop, and these unwanted plants are called weeds. The process of removing that unwanted plants is called a weeding. You can write like this also. Another one. See what is that one? Another one is the threshing. So already you know that you write according to your which is written in the part 4 section of the video. Okay, let us discuss about the question number 5. Explain how fertilizers are different from the manure. Yes, already we have discussed so many things about the fertilizer, what is fertilizer and what is manure, and what type of things are going to be considered as a fertilizer, and how the manure and fertilizers are going to be prepared, and where they are going to be prepared. This type of things already we are discussed in the adding the fertilizer and manure part. So in fertilizer, let us what I have written, let us read one by one. Fertilizers. A fertilizer is an inorganic salt. Manure is a natural substance obtained by the decomposition of a cattle dung, human waste, and plant residues. Second difference that exists between fertilizers and manure is a fertilizer is prepared in a factories, where the manures can be prepared in a fields only. They are preparing in a fields only. A Fertilizer does not provide any humus to the soil. After continuous use of these fertilizers, definitely it makes the land infertile. Already you have read in the chapter, so that's why it does not provide any humus into the soil. Here in this side, manures provides a lot of humus to the soil. Yes, it enhances the nutrient or the fertility of the soil even after using it for a longer period. So fourth difference that I have written here, the fertilizers are very rich in plant nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. Manures, yes, manure is relatively less compared to fertilizers rich in plant nutrients. Okay, these are the difference that we can notice which present between the fertilizer and manure. Okay, let us discuss about the question 6, which is in your textbook. What is the sixth question? What is irrigation? Describe two methods of irrigation which conserve water. You have to concentrate towards that last three words, which conserve water. So simply if you look at two methods, you are going to write traditional method and a modern irrigation method. But here they are asking which are the two methods of irrigations which conserves the water. Actually, so modern method is very useful for us to conserve the water. But in that two system already we have learnt in the irrigation part of the video, that is part 3 video. See, what is irrigation? The irrigation, it is a artificial method of watering the plants from assisting in their growth is called irrigation. And the main sources of irrigation, already you know that well, tube wells, ponds, lakes, rivers. So this much if you write, it is enough for that question. Yes. Describe two methods. Let us see which are the two methods which help us to conserve water or. Okay, first one is already you know that sprinkler irrigation system. This irrigation system has an arrangement of vertical pipes. Yes, that picture also you have seen in that irrigation part of the video, that is part 3. So and also how it works and the nozzles how they are rotating. So everything you have. So this much you have to write in front of the sprinkler irrigation system. Let us discuss about the second method which helps us to conserve the water. So that is drip irrigation method. Here you have to write this irrigation system has an arrangement of pipes or tubes with a very small holes in them to water plants drop by drop just at the base of the root. It is very efficient as the water is not wasted at all. So these are the two systems or two methods that we are using in order to save the water. That means not to waste the water, and wherever the scarcity of problem is there, we can conserve the water in this way by adapting sprinkler irrigation system and a drip irrigation system. Let us discuss about the question 7. What is in the question 7? They are asking, if wheat is sown in the Kharif season, what would happen? Discuss that. First you have to think about the season. So you know that from November, December to March, April, that season is called as Kharif season. So that season is, we know that it is almost summer. So then and in April, May, April, March. So and also March, April, like that. So when it comes goes towards that months, no, you come to know that there are summer seasons. But wheat we need winter season for its well development of the plants and seeds. So here is the answer that I have written for this question. Wheat crop is shown from November, December to March, April. It is grown in winter and requires less water. If water is sown in a crop season, its production will be decreases considerably. So we have to so wheat is shown in the crop season. What would happen if it is shown in different seasons? So that we had discussed here. Okay. Yes. Question 8. They are asking us to explain how soil get affected by the continuous plantation of the crops in the field. Already you know that see, continuous use of anything will spoil the quality. Already you know that. So in the similar way, if you continuous plantation of crops makes the soil poorer in certain nutrients, as the crop takes up nutrients from the soil. The soil becomes infertile. It does not get enough time to replenish the nutrients. So that's why definitely you should not continuously use the soil for plantation purpose. So it should be a replenish every time. Okay. Yes, let us discuss about the ninth question. They are asking, what are the seeds? How can we control them? We know that already they are the undesirable and unwanted plants which grow naturally along with the crop are called weeds. The growth of weeds can be controlled by adapting many methods: manual method, chemical method, biological method. That only I am telling here. And tilling before the sowing of crops helps in the uprooting and killing of weeds also. Yes, it is manually we are going to do this thing, and which may then dry up and get mixed with the soil. Weeds are also controlled by using certain chemicals called weedicides. Weedicides are sprayed in the field to kill the weeds. So in this way we can control the growth of the weeds. Okay, let us discuss about the 10th question. They are asking us to arrange the following boxes in the proper order to make a flow chart of sugarcane crop production. Yes, already you know the steps involved in the production of a crop. Based upon that, you have to rearrange all these steps according to the production of the crop. Here is the answer that I have rearranged that words, and I have told first what you have to do: preparation of the soil we had to make. Next, you have to plug the field soil. Next, sowing, adding manures. Okay, next irrigation, harvesting, and sending crop to the sugar factory. In this way, if you follow the step, definitely you are going to grow a sugar cane in a proper way. Okay, yes, in this way you have to rearrange the words in order to get a know about the steps involved in the growth of a plant or the production of crop in the large area. Okay, let us discuss about the question number 11. Yes, it is very interesting, and also it makes us to understand the concepts in a better manner. Okay, they have given see three sentences. So depending on that sentence, you have to choose a word, and then that has to be filled in the columns and the rows. So providing water to the crops, yes, already you know that irrigation. First one is irrigation, keeping crop grains from a longer time under the proper condition. Yes, what is that? Keeping crop grains. See, already storage. Yes, certain plants of the same kind grow along the large on a large scale. That is crop. Already you know that, and the down across that means horizontal rows that you have to fill by using these clues they have given. Third option, a machine used for cutting and the matured crop, that is harvester. Rabi crop, that is also one of the pulses, that means grams you can see. A process of separating the grains from the chaff is nothing but the winnowing. Yes, I have used that words and I filled these blanks. See, you can see first one we have told that irrigation, second one storage, third one is, what is that? Harvester. Okay. Next, third, fifth one is winnowing. Yes, that is right. And the machine used to that, what is the fifth one? Crop. Yeah, that is right. Next, third one is harvester. That is correct. And fourth one is gram. That is also correct. The process of separating grains from the chaff is a winnowing. Yes, in this way you have to fill these blanks. Okay. So this is the question. Yes, here I have listed some other questions also, which we have to know, and we must have the knowledge related to that things. These are all not in your textbook, but everyone must know about these common questions that our surrounding peoples are asking everyday life. What are craft crops? And what are summer crops? Name two summer season crops. They may ask name two winter season crops. They may ask two rainy season crops. So in this way you have to think and learn whatever you have learned in the first chapter. That is very useful to score a easy marks. Okay, let us see some other questions also. They will ask like this: what are rabi crops? So I have written answer already. You know that the crops which are grown in a winter season and harvested in March and April are called as a rabi crops. Okay. Next, paddy. Yes, this type of why type of questions will appears in the examination. See here, why paddy cannot be grown in a summer season? Everyone knows that it needs lot of water. So that's why it is not possible for us to grow the paddy in the summer season. So that is the answer that I have written here. So these are all the things that already you know by while teaching the lesson, and I hope you have understand in the better manner, and you have to think in a different way like a extra question what I have read now. So all the best and keep reading. Have a good knowledge. Take care and bye.